Dear student, today I am going to explain about conflict during the shift-reduce parsing. There are context-free grammar for which shift-reduce parser cannot be used. Stack content and the input symbol may not decide the action. That is, there are two types of conflict in shift-reduce parsing. One is shift or reduce conflict, whether to make a shift operation or a reduce operation. That is called as a shift-reduce conflict. And the next one is reduce-reduce conflict. The parser cannot decide which of the several reduction to make. So consider an example. In case of this, I give an example for the string int star int plus int. The grammar is e tends to e plus e star e parenthesis and int. So this is how the shift reduce performs. As you know that initially the top of the stack is dollar and the input string is stored into the input buffer int star int plus int followed by end of the string marker, that is dollar. Initially we'll shift int onto the stack. That's why it is int. Then the input string will become star int plus int dollar. And we reduce this int to e because int can be reduced to e. It becomes e. Then we are going to shift star onto the stack, that is e star. And the next input symbol is int. So since e star is not been handled, so we'll shift int onto the stack. So then it becomes e star int. So once again, we'll reduce this int to e because int can be handled. So then it becomes e star e. Now there is a confusion that whether to e star e will be shift, whether to shift this plus onto the stack or to reduce the e star e. So since e star e can be reduced because e has got the star has got the highest precedence compared to the plus. So what we do is we'll reduce this shift. Instead of shift, we reduce it. So it becomes e. Then we'll get plus. Once again, plus will be shifted onto the stack. Then we'll have int. Int will be shifted onto the stack. So once again, we'll reduce this int to e. It becomes e plus e. Once again, e will be reduced. That's why it is called as, it becomes e. The string has been accepted. So here, in case of this, so the confusion is whether to shift plus onto the stack or to reduce this e star e into the e. Since star has got highest precedence, it will be reduced to e star, e will be reduced to e. So that's why it is called as shift reduce conflict. Coming to one more example of shift reduce concept. So in case of this, the example is, the grammar is s tends to if else then statement or if else then statement else statements or others. So assume that already you post dollar if else then statement. So you have already posted this if else then statements. So the next input symbol is e. Now the confusion occurs whether to shift e onto the stack or to reduce IETS to s. So since IETS is also there on the right hand side and IETS is also there on the right hand side, so this is conflict is called a shift reduce conflict, whether to shift e onto the stack or to reduce the IETS onto the stack. This is called as a shift reduce conflict. Coming to an example of reduce conflict. In case of this, a simple example is condition tends to expression or term less than term. One more grammar expression, that is term less than term, term plus term or term. So assume that you already post term less than term onto the stack, and now the confusion is whether to reduce this term less than term to the condition or to reduce this term less than term to expression. This conflict is called as reduce conflict. Thank you.